Hey guys.
Just to follow up on that. Are we live?
We are.
So.
No, seriously?
Yeah, we are. You ready?
We live.
Alright. Wait, there's
And
Matthew.
that's here too.
All right, I'm doing it today.
What are you doing?
Oh
Okay.
my god. They practiced it like 10 times.
This is the worst camera move of
This-
all time.
Oh,
That's
camera
on
move.
you.
It's
Yeah.
nothing to do with the camera person.
Well, it's the
That was a
same.
solid camera
It's just
block.
like-
Yeah. It was a good plan, but it wasn't a great
Moved on
execution.
its own. So
A for effort, Derek. A
Thank
for
you.
effort.
Thank you.
good job.
All right.
Okay, so we are live because I see some little heart action. Hi guys, welcome to IG Live. It's crazy, we're in the middle of spring market, and so we are doing this in my office. And I know this still looks messy, but we actually cleaned it up pretty hardcore this morning. You know it's clean for me, so. But today's episode is going to be really good, and I want to step back and just preface it from the story that I posted this morning. And what I want to talk about is how clothing really makes you feel. And we said that, we talk a lot about when you're wearing things, are you wearing it to make you feel confident? Are you wearing it to make you feel strong or really happy? But a lot of times I've noticed, especially in the last couple weeks, when I've been getting dressed, sometimes you just want clothing to make you feel like yourself, right? And I do consider myself confident sometimes, and I am strong sometimes. But what I am always is curious and interested in things. And I think I'm a pretty nice person.
You are.
She's like, and you
And I
pay
would say
me.
that off camera too.
Even without a paycheck. But I think that people are looking for clothing that makes them feel like themselves. And what happens is, for a lot of you, is that when you get dressed on the weekend, whether you're going to the grocery store, you're doing something with your kids, you're just grabbing coffee with your friends, is you don't feel like yourself. And you're not trying to be like, I'm trying to dress badass confident.
Yeah.
You're just trying to dress in a way that feels like yourself and your style. So that's what we're going to talk about today, is how do you find that? What are some example outfits to put together to help you get there? And I think that what you'll find is the answer is it's actually pretty simple. And sometimes it doesn't feel simple until you really get the hang out of it, but it is pretty simple. And I posted a picture also this morning of, I had dinner last night with Sherry McMullen and my friend Tanya, who's over at Facebook. And it was really interesting because we were in this super cool restaurant, like everyone was in just, I wouldn't say super cool clothing, but like over the top, really expensive clothes. We were trying to guess like, what hedge fund does he own? Like, it was that kind of restaurant. And we had 2 or 3 different people walk up to us and ask us if we were in fashion. Mm-hmm. And if you saw the picture, we weren't dressed to the nines. It was nothing crazy. Sherry was wearing our bias black slip dress. But the thing was, I was just wearing the Mendini twill navy blue dress and good earrings, and Tanya had on a really pretty dress, but no makeup or anything like that, just a lip. But we did look like we were in fashion, and I think we looked like we had style, and it was mostly because it was just so effortless. It looked like it would be the kind of style from someone who just knew what it was and felt a lot of comfort with themselves. So the ease that we talk about and how having that style, even whether you're at the grocery store or the park, that also translates into how you dress at night, even going to an event. And so bringing that ease into your life. So you guys sent me so many examples of things that you do that you have questions on. So we are going to go through them, and I have lots of outfits to pull out. And Courtney, where are you going? Like, start off.
Hi everyone. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Courtney. I do our PR marketing here at Tibi. This is something that I was just telling Amy this morning. I was at a bar class and kind of thought to myself, why am I struggling going to bar?
Just a bar.
Possibly because
right?
it was 5:30 in the morning. But besides that, I am wearing our kangaroo sweatshirt that's part of our fall collection, and our Heston plaid Liam blazer, and our Morris loafer with just leggings that I would wear to my bar class. I think what I find too is you need things that are transitional for classes like that. When you're leaving the studio, it might be a little hot. When you're going in, you might be a little chilly, especially with fall and winter coming now. So having those pieces to be able to layer is really important. And all of these pieces individually will be able to be worn again in different settings and different options that we were talking about today that people wanted help with.
Yeah, because I think, like there's the real physicality of it, like, oh, I need a shoe that I can slip on and slip off. And by the way, she's wearing the Croc Morris. We are bringing these back in, so if you do see that they've been sold out online, you can wait list, and we will have them in a couple weeks. They'll come in from Italy. But what I want to show you, actually, Courtney, step out of the way for a second. I'm going to show you guys this rack here. So these are the things that, like, no,
Close
put
up.
that on.
Close up.
I'm gonna do it on my next.
So what I'm going to do is show you this rack here. And these are some of the things that I pulled here to grab outfits from. And what I did is when I pulled all the outfits that were all of your regularized football games in the South, football games in the North, so cold, hot. One of the things that I realized it's really important when you're building this real life, every day, I've got kids in my life type wardrobe, is having items that are not predicated on black. And yes, I am wearing all black right now, but I'll show you why later. But having a closet that is not predicated on black and that has some dimension in the fabrications. And so one thing I was thinking about here is when I do go into problem closets, and maybe I'll throw my sister under the bus. She is like the epitome here with, struggling with this sometimes. So what I have here is the layout that I've just showed you guys. And what you can see is you have a tremendous amount of variation in texture and in weight and in weird shades of ochre, weird shades of brown, weird shades of gray. So what happens is a lot of you, especially for you new moms, you've maybe come from the working environment, or maybe you've moved from a metropolitan city out to something of a more suburban city, and you're sitting here and you've got all this black clothing, and you don't want to be the asshole in the park that shows up looking like Cruella de Vil, and you also don't want to swing to the other pendulum and then go with the Lululemon tribe, right? So it really is like finding, how do you now twist your voice so that it is still making you feel like you sound like yourself, but you're very appropriate for the moment that you're in. So really building up, and that slowly, this is not a wardrobe that just happens tomorrow, but building up this collection of these pieces that have a range of textures to them and are very nuanced in colors. Because what happens is, if I go to your closets, a lot of you guys have closets that are, like I said, are very predicated on black, whites, and creams. They've got a lot of bold colors in here, and mostly you'll find like a tropical wool, silk, and cotton, and t-shirting, and maybe some denim, right? But what happens is all of those play at the same level, right? You wear a t-shirt and the jean, and it's the same level. There's no variation in the texture or the tone, and it's that variation that really, really works and becomes nuanced in the outfitting. So I'm going to show you, Courtney's come out here in something that, like, you're wearing the loafer with this, okay? Yeah. So I think for you, I would describe this as going to grab breakfast with friends, right? Yeah. Like, you got on denim, you got on the sweater, and then you got on the loafer. So the loafer is closed-toe. The loafer says, I'm walking into a restaurant with some friends. Yeah. The sweater is nice and cozy, and then denim is denim, and denim is great. But the point is you've got the embossed crotch, you've got the sweater, and you've got the denim. So all of these different textures.
There's a mix of them, which is so important.
Yeah, because you're literally layered. And so when we talk about doing things that make you feel like yourself, if you have a layered personality, if you have a lot of dimension to yourself, then when your clothing has dimension, you just feel more like yourself.
Exactly. Yeah.
Where else are you going in this?
This was something I thought of. Grocery store was an option, or a comment that people had messaged about. I think, it's just such an easy, again, similar to the bar look. it's very similar. You can, take these pieces, wear them in different ways. The cashmere sweatpants are part of our fundamentals, and they come with a matching crew neck sweater, which is great to wear, again, separate or together.
Mm-hmm.
And then Amy's trainers here are also a nice option for footwear.
Yeah, so for me, doing stuff with the kids, going to the park was always like this landmine, because you had, you've got Aviator Nation mom, you've got Lulu mom, you got Golden Goose mom, you got the mom who's got it all three on together, right? And that's fine, but I think that the thing is being a creative pragmatist and things being predicated on feeling modern.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to show up looking like everyone else,
Right.
but you also don't want to show up looking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And so here, again, really just dialing into what is familiar and great, like this tonal outfit, and it is in navies and the blue, and then mixing a sneaker in. I happen to have blue sneakers here, but I'm not saying it has to be blue.
Right.
Like, it just, the fact is this is where you're like, what's functional in my life right now? I'm running around after a 3-year-old. What's the functional shoe? And so I would not wear a loafer
Right.
to the park with little kids. That's when it kicks over into a little bit of an asshole moment. So breakfast
Thank
is
you.
good there.
Yes.
Well, no, because it's,
Right.
you almost become, there's the high heel mom,
Yeah,
and then there's
yeah.
this mom.
Yeah.
So this is where I do grab the sneaker, and I go big name on the sneaker
Yeah.
too, like Adidas, Nike. Like I think you can do whatever you spend, however much you want. Like really, at the end of the day, it really is about your fashion and what feels good. But I also like Nike, Adidas, totally great.
Do you know the style on those?
The tailwinds, I think.
Go, Courtney.
Are they?
Tailwinds,
Okay.
says Courtney. But I am going to really try somehow on the train to be focused here and do a recap on the way home. Where I do go for a lot of my trainers, though, I do shop at Essence for the trainer. So obviously you can go to Nike.com or Adidas or whatever, but I do tend to like to buy the Essence.
Yes, they always have like a really nice color combination.
Yeah, like you're sure
Yeah.
that it's going to be
Yeah.
cool, right? So that's good. But this is where then, like, you don't have to overthink the shoe situation. Let comfort be your guide. And this is where it can be a Birkenstock or anything like that. And then, of course, as you're getting colder, you can add on the other elements. Now, the way that you're dressed right now with the loafer, or again with the sneaker, this is something that I would have worn to an indoor hockey game. So I had boys who played ice hockey, and I was always looking for like the really warm things to take on trips. And this I would have worn. I would have worn it with the loafers, but I would have worn it with a sock.
Yeah.
But I would also have done a sock and like some kind of furry little slide or something. And I even think when you got this much chill but fashion happening, even like a little Ugg slide or something like
Yeah.
that. And I said Ugg slide. I did not say Ugg boot. Not saying Ugg boot, but I could imagine like a
Yeah.
little Ugg slide, the right furry little
Yeah.
sock, and this, or the little Shirlene Birkenstocks I would wear.
Yes, yeah.
The navy blue ones, I would definitely wear it. That would be a
Yes.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Birks are good.
So it's very chill, right? And Birks are good. And
Yeah.
Birkenstock is good. Doesn't have to be a partnership. You don't have to pay 4 times more for it. Just the regular old Birkenstock is good. You guys asked a lot of questions about football games. What do I wear to a football game? And I'm giving an example of something that I would wear to a football game. And I actually have a football game to go to in a couple of weeks. And I think I might wear this. So what is important in a football game environment is, number one, can you walk around? So these are the Freddy boots. I can walk around. I'm not going to go higher than this, but this is a good height. For me, going to a football game, having a boot that is in the cowboy genre gives it a little bit more of a chill factor. So this one feels particularly good. If you are going to a school that has black in its colors, this is a great, my son has, it's black and red, and I don't really approve of those colors together. So I'm gonna lean into the black here. But what's great is when you've got the game that maybe you're tailgating earlier on and you can walk around like this, then what's great is when you have options with you to just put on as it gets colder. So for me, I'm probably going to, this is all the way buttoned up, so I can't make a point. Here, I'll do it with this one. That's all right, thanks. Yeah. So I think like just having a shirt that you can throw on, and then, you know, it's put together enough that, you know, you've got options, right? So now you are a little bit, you know, you're warm, right? And you're in a game, so that's fun. And then this is our Theodore flannel shirt. And I love this shirt. I love the detail to it. It is a nice oversized shirt. It's got the little armhole here. I'm wearing the size small in this. So we really designed it to be able to function as a jacket and then be able to function as a tucked in shirt as well. I love this shirt, but you also shop the men's department, wherever. You can also buy a flannel shirt from anywhere. And I had 2 sons growing up, so I had tons of flannel shirts to choose from. And that really makes a nice outfit. And there are ways to build your wardrobe without breaking the bank. So, and it's a great way also to bring in those colors that aren't all black. So we did it in these 2 colors here. Like I said, we got the ruffle detail. I find this very interesting, but you really can go and get the low price. I mean, I even started wearing, my son had my uncle, not my uncle, but my sister's husband loves to torture me by giving my kids what he thinks is janky clothing and will piss me off. And so one year, like, all the Christmas gifts to my kids all came from the Costco clothing department. And what he didn't realize is I really did love all the flannel shirts that he bought from Costco. So they were very inexpensive. So the flannel shirt alone is a way that when you're mixing it with something more polished, it feels really put together and becomes like the perfect grocery store weekend outfit. Because Courtney's wearing it with the Brancusi.
Yes, and our Morris slipper.
Could we get another close-up on the collar?
Oh, yeah. Cute, right? So it's got a little stretch to it. And then someone had written me last week about the sizing on this and should they size down because it's oversized. And what I was explaining to them is the collar, the neckband is fixed here. I mean, it's got give, but when you're wearing it, it does come in. So if you do size down,
Yeah.
it could get quite tight
Yeah.
and a little bit uncomfortable. So if you do want to size down, probably just don't bank on closing it up all the way.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah.
But this is great. And so to me, the difference is when you're feeling balanced, it's taking the flannel and then wearing it with something quite polished
Yeah.
as you are.
Yes. I was telling Amy I was at a barbecue this weekend and was ready to wear my Theodore flannel, and it was a little warm, but someone was like, "Is it too soon?" And I was like, "Never,
Rude.
not for this."
Flannel is great because it breathes.
Yeah.
And
Well, and just how you're
It
wearing it
breathes.
too, it's a great layering piece, and it'll take you through most of the year, which is so great.
yes. So we've got football games really, really nicely covered here. So while you're here, let's go on to outdoors, and they're hiking and they're camping.
Okay.
Okay, so I would say for you right now, do we wear Brancusi when we're camping?
I don't think I personally would.
Yeah.
I think I would kind of go more toward our nylon joggers, cargo
Mhm.
situation. I just feel like when I'm in an environment like that, I'd prefer to be in something that's not denim.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, if you are going on a trip like that, probably any events that you're doing dinner-wise will require something casual but also a little more sophisticated, so that's where I would play the Brancusi in.
I grew up really hardcore camping, so we didn't have like we
Well,
were
I-
like camping.
I've actually never
glamping
been camping, so if I were
I
to have
always
been-
forget you're from New Jersey.
I grew up in New Jersey.
Like,
We go to the
so
beach.
nice.
Like,
I mean, not that not that New Jersey people are nice, but like she's so nice from New Jersey.
Yeah.
But I grew up hardcore camping, and mostly because like my parents were like, we're not staying in a hotel, like pitch a tent. And I know, like vacations were driving to my grandparents and literally camping all along the way. But let's pretend that I'm not in the back of a station wagon hating on my sister camping. Let's say that we really are like out with a group
Yeah.
and we're going camping.
Yeah.
I would wear the brand koozie
Okay.
because to me it's low rise and it's easy and it's chill.
Okay.
And I would wear this and I would wear this is the
Oh,
brand
yeah.
koozie. I would wear the brand koozie and then again I would wear the thick like tweedy sock and a Birkenstock
Yeah.
with it, and I would wear it
Yes.
wear it
I knew
here.
that.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna say I would not. I love a denim shirt with this, and I think that's perfect for camping. I'm not camping in this denim shirt. So
Yeah.
this is where I'm like, grab another denim shirt. So the thing is, don't be afraid to replicate some of the looks that you love in your closet. Don't
Yeah.
dismiss something just because maybe you invested in it at this level because you were gonna really wear it, you know, to some nicer events, or really it was gonna be the perfect brunch type jacket. But, you know, if you know that this played a big role in your life and you're going camping, then grab like the Wrangler denim
Right,
shirt
your Levi's,
that
yeah.
is much less expensive, and then have this as a head to toe option. So, you know, when you talk about like runway to reality and, you know, the high and the low dressing, sometimes it's not about like high and low dressing all on your body at once. It's just about like strategically knowing where are the pieces that you're going to invest in, and then where can you kind of mimic the utility of it in a lower price point. So I would wear the brand koozie with the
Oh, that's so great.
Wrangler denim shirt. Then this is one of my new favorite things, and I'm really excited about this. This is coming up not until resort in November, but because of the camping questions and all of the outdoor questions, I'm going to go ahead and show it to you now. And this had a real, did a bird just fly into our window?
I think a bird might have just flown into our window.
Sad. But this has such a functionality to it. And a lot of times when people ask about, you know, what's the trend of a collection and what were your, like, what was inspiring to you? All of the DMs that you guys give me are inspiring to me. And honestly, the frustration I feel in my own closet when I'm getting dressed is inspiring to me, because that's where some of the best ideas come from. And so what I was really craving is what is that jacket that I can wear that is really casual, that is absolutely something that can be thrown on in the grocery store aisle, but then maybe if I am going to a football game at night, I can put it on. If I'm going camping, I can put it on. I don't want it to be a shrunken denim jacket. I don't want it to be something leather, and I want it to be versatile in weight so that I can wear it year round depending on what I've layered underneath it. So we have this jacket coming up for resort, and we're really just so excited about it. And Matt and Derek and Byron have been running around in the office in it as well. But it's that real like workman's utility type fabrication. But then this one was designed by Hannah, and so of course it has all of her great little details to it. So I'm wearing this one to the football game as well. And this is where, you know, when you're standing around and at the grocery store or wherever, and it's just very chill and appropriate.
Is it waterproof?
And it is absolutely waterproof. So waterproof. But it's unlined, so it's got the ease to it. So you really just want to keep layering up. And this is where, when I'm talking about bringing those items into your wardrobe that have those shades of browns, when we're talking about camping and when we're talking about doing events with your kids. I remember one time my son Gabriel came up to me, and this is when he was really little, and he was like, "Why can't you dress like a fun mom?" And I think what he meant is, why do you have to be like the mom that's wearing black, that's wearing the suit and the work clothes? And so this is fun mom dressing without being like crazy mom. So these browns make you feel, you know, especially when you're in a non-urban environment, they make you feel more casual. But also, really importantly, if you live in an urban environment, They just simply make you feel weekend, but you don't feel like the country mouse that visited the city for the first time. So it really is the perfect color that stands up in a place where there are skyscrapers, and then a place where there are like lots of little sandboxes that don't have needles in them. Okay. I'm really tired. I'm gonna get some shit for this, but okay. So all these shades, this is where this becomes really kid in the park friendly. And I'm not talking about the skirt here, guys. Ignore my skirt. I'm not wearing a black patent leather skirt to the park, but just this upper part here is really, really great for being in the park with kids. And then too is like having all that utility in what you wear, so you can like sometimes pull the sleeves up over your jacket here, and they makes you stand up, and you have really good fashion and detail.
That's a great one.
Huh?
It's such a good one.
I know, and the browns, like the shades of brown are key.
Yeah.
Super key. Okay, where are you going?
So this was another option I had originally had for park, but I do think that it can be worn in many different ways. I'm wearing our
You have
cashmere.
kids in the park with you?
No, I don't have children.
You have
So
a
I'd
dog,
be like
so you're in the dog
strolling.
park.
Yeah. But again, probably not in a Morris loafer. I'd be wearing a cool trainer or something a little more functional for the dog park.
Yeah, I think like again, it's here, it's a Converse, but I think too, this is where sometimes you guys write to me a little concerned about what color of trainer,
Yeah.
and I think this is where you just let it go. You like if you love a certain color of a trainer, then you just buy it and then you just wear it.
Yeah.
Because sometimes if you were to try and match that, like Matt's wearing
The new
these
Gray,
like
gray.
Yeah.
wait,
Hi,
bring your shoes here. Matt the social guy.
These are the 327s.
You're big
I
Courtney.
agree.
But I think matching that to
Yeah.
this, the whole thing about the way that we dress here is there's an effortlessness to it.
Yeah.
So you don't have to match it up.
What size was the jacket?
So this jacket is a small. It's one of our samples. It has an oversized cut. The great ring detail on the back.
And this ring detail too, for all
It's
these
really
things that we're
functional.
doing, someone was asking me in our showroom this week, what's with the rings, guys? And, we did this a few years ago
Yeah.
in a runway show because it was part of the trend that we were like kind of the message of the season. But then we kept it because it was so functional, especially if you were in like a gross, gas station bathroom and you want to just hang it up and not have it fall. And
Yeah.
as Dion would say, like,
Those I
have
have
to
been
burn
from,
her.
from New Jersey.
Jersey. So this is a size small, and as you can see, we like it roomy
Yeah.
because we can keep layering and layering and layering, and then when you are bare underneath it, it just has a really nice drape to it. Oh,
These
yeah.
are also really great. They're currently online. There are cashmere dickies. They have two lengths, so there's a longer length in the front, and then the back length is a little shorter. But they tuck really nicely into any jacket or over a plain dress, just to give it another option.
And this is where, again, like hockey matches,
Yeah.
going camping, these are easy things to throw into the luggage, and it really just makes you feel like you're fashion
Yeah.
and pulled together, but
It's great on an airplane.
all of a sudden, like all these colors work really, really well together, and just I don't know. There's when you can throw on like the navy and the brown and the black, and it all just works. There's something just so elevated feeling about it, and it really like when I was saying the dinner with Tanya and Sherry. That's like you just get so excited when your closet works that way, and
Yeah.
that to me is what fashion is really so great at doing. And so really when you're coming up with all of these outfits, it's all about the ease. And so someone asked me, what would I wear at a parents' weekend for a football game? They're going, again, all these colleges and football games and parents' weekend, and what are you wearing? So I'm gonna show you something that I would wear to an event. So this would be a nighttime event, and it's for the parents, and it's outside, And I'm certainly not going to be wearing like a silk dress or anything like that. And I'm not going to be wearing heels. So I'm going to be wearing the boots, but I'm wearing the skirt and it's got the laser cutout. So yes, it says I'm here for something fun, but then the trouser top says I'm really chilled out and quite practical. And then I'm going to mix it with a sweater. So I'm not going to go really fussy or anything on the top. I'm just going to go head to toe with the sweater. So when you're looking for those things for Parents' Weekend, to me it is things that have just a high amount of utility and pragmatism to them, but also, you know, you're going to see your kids. Like, that's a fun time. I can't wait to go see my son and see how he's doing. So I want to wear something fun. I don't want to be boring. So that's what I'm going to wear. But I'm going to be practical. I'm going to be able to walk around, and I'm hopefully not going to embarrass him. This is another great option as well. This is definitely a consideration with the school that has the black color, but I'm not going into the red, but the black color. But, you know, just easy, and I'll wear this with a boot, and the boots are key. And the one thing I am going to figure out for you guys next year is we are going to tackle and figure out what is that really flat boot that you can wear that still is super comfortable and you can walk miles and miles in. I don't have that boot yet, and I haven't found it anywhere that I found boots that I thought would do it, and they were too heavy and too luggy, and I'm gonna really crack that nut. So
Is your shirt Tibi?
okay, this is our spring bodysuit, but then I'm wearing it over another bodysuit that I use to work out in. And so, but then when I turned around and it was doing that, that was pretty cool.
Very
So
cool.
this is an example of like, sometimes you need to just put on 2 shirts and go with it, and then it makes something interesting. And when I did this, I thought, I like this shirt. This is cool, and I don't need to design a shirt like it. Maybe I just wear 2 shirts at once, and that's fine. But even like, you know, when you work with stylists, when you are a stylist, you'll find so many times that in the process of actually getting dressed, that's when you end up coming up with the most interesting things. Like maybe you've got a skirt on and you put a dress on because you wanted to see how the dress looked versus a skirt. But sometimes that dress over the skirt looked really interesting, and then you just stick with that and go, this looks good.
Thanks.
Too.
I was thinking
Yeah.
movie theater for this one. We had that conversation yesterday.
Yes. What do you wear in a movie theater? And you guys were all like jacked up about going to the movies. You're going.
Yeah.
That's good.
I think too now, like, because of where we've been in the last year, like the everyday things are so exciting still for us. Like going to the grocery store, being able to walk outside in the park,
Yeah.
going to the movie theater. So I'm wearing our tried and true Liam blazer. This kind of goes back to shopping your closet. If you have the Liam blazer, it's functional forever. Our Essentials V-neck t-shirt, and then the corduroy jogger in pine. And these are such a no-brainer. They are just so comfortable. They come with the matching top and can be worn as a set. And then there's also a turtleneck dress, which Amy wore a couple weeks ago.
That turtleneck dress.
It's so good.
That I would wear to a football game too.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Real
not too
question,
heavy.
what
Yeah.
would you wear to Jamba Juice?
What would I wear to Jamba Juice?
Yeah.
I would wear, well, Jamba Juice if it's in the early afternoon trick question. I'm not even drinking a Jamba Juice. It's really sugary.
Is that a real question?
That's a real question.
Okay, if I'm going to Jamba Juice, I'm not going to get the really sugary drink, so I'll get something green. Even though we know, like, I mean, we do love a good
It's
Jamba.
called balance.
It's called balance. But I would wear this.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I think this is like the nice alternative to like your Saturday errands too. Like
Yeah.
you want to be dressed and looking, you know, put together, but you're also comfortable. There's function to it, and you know.
Yeah, everything should have like a replacement.
Yeah.
So if you know that when you go to Jamba Juice or wherever, right, you know that someone out of comfort is going to be wearing a sneaker, a legging, and a small jean jacket,
Mhm.
right? Those are the 3 things. So what's your sneaker, what's your legging, what's your jean jacket?
Mhm.
So for us, the Liam always functions as a jean jacket. Whenever you know that a jean jacket would work, the Liam
Swap
will
it.
always work as well. And whenever you know that a legging would work, then that's when the crispy nylon jogger,
Yeah.
the corduroy, the this
Hockey drape.
chalky drape
Yeah.
plechette jogger. This is what you wear instead of the legging.
Yeah.
And then, if you actually physically need the legging because you're doing bar class, then just go with the legging, forget the jogger, but then work the big blazer or something on with it. Yeah. So one of the things, sorry, real quick with what Courtney has on is, you see she is fully out of the black rut. And I had posted a while ago, and I'll repost this after, but the color wheel that, you know, I'd gotten a lot of requests from people saying that they were just stuck with these blacks and how did they get out of it and what do they add on? And so these were all of the good, like, neutrals and then the no color neutrals, the no color colors that really help you build out the wardrobe that just does not feel chaotic.
Yeah.
And what happens too is, I keep throwing my sister under the bus here, but I remember one time we were traveling and she brought like a pink top, a turquoise top, a yellow top. They were all like t-shirts. And I was like, Leslie, what the like nothing here can add up on top of each other.
Yeah.
You can't
Yeah.
like everything made like such single
Different.
outfits.
Your prime example with the Heston plaid is like exactly what you want to be able to do when traveling. Like just adding on to what, you know, having a building block and keep adding from there.
Yeah, because you want to know that like, where's the kangaroo
Oh,
wallaby? The
This
heavy
is a
debate.
favorite, yes.
Is it a kangaroo? Is it a wallaby? But it is true, like, you want to invest in the pieces that you can wear this with just a black slide.
Yep.
And this is what I would wear to breakfast with friends for sure. And this is 100% what I would wear in the mommy drop-off line. So that was a big question from quite a few of you, is I'm in the, I'm in the London carpool
Yeah.
drop-off. Oh, no, they don't carpool.
Oh.
Sorry. This is the one without the kids here. No, this is the carpool line that is like, you know, all the SUVs and the mommies and, everyone knows there's like so many different mommies that roll out of the car, right? There's like the executive mommy in her full-on suit, and there's the one that's like, I just ran a triathlon mommy, the one that just made like this amazing meal for her kids. And then there's us. So this is what I'm wearing. So I'm wearing just, again, like a black Birkenstock. This is where I'm really going chill. I'm wearing the nylon Stella cargo pant here in the menswear tech. And I love that this has this little bit of a pattern to it because we talked about the no color colors. There are also no patterns, no prints. And then I'm wearing the kangaroo or possibly a wallaby, unsettled, heavily debated. Some people said that he was too short to be a kangaroo, but honestly, he looks really quite tall.
Maybe
on
he's
here.
just sitting comfortably, you know, it could be like one of those.
Sitting on his haunches.
Yeah,
like,
you know.
Yeah. So anyways, this works. And then if I'm in the park with the kids, 100%, if you're wearing this long full leg, you can feel a little jerkish, and that's where you want to just have your rubber bands available, and you tie them up, and you knot them, and you do your rubber band trick. But having those elements together, so this is our little restaurant sweatshirt here that we did with Southern Soul Barbecue. Great things, supporting other small businesses. But wearing this, right? So wear this, you don't need to wear that, and we know when I say that, what I mean. So wear this, not that. Someone was traveling on a train, which sounded really cool.
Yeah.
As long as it's not Metro North. If it's like the Orient Express, I'm totally into that. So this is where I would be super chill. So going just super chill and easy here, but you're on this train to this kind of fabulous place. So let's pretend like we are going from London to Paris.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm absolutely wearing this, and then I'm gonna throw on
Our new Liam.
the new navy blue Liam that is coming imminently, very soon. So this is what I'm wearing. I can't wait, and I'm wearing sneakers, a slide. If I'm gonna wear loafers with it, I'm gonna do the rubber band trick. But this is what I'm wearing. And what's great about this outfit is You are absolutely casual enough to be balled up on a train. You're also casual enough to be on an 8-hour flight
Yeah.
in it. But you don't look so casual that when you check in at the hotel, that they're like,
Are you okay?
no, we don't. I can't find that reservation. Sorry. Can't find it. Then there were a lot of questions about entertaining at home. I'm going to be cooking dinner with friends. I'm having people from the school over, that kind of stuff. So all of you at home, this is about ease and comfort. So here we love the jumpsuit, but the biggest thing about real at-home entertaining is the shoe. And I don't like walking around my house in any kind of a hard shoe. I think that also comes from being married to a European and living in Hong Kong for a while. So I don't love a big shoe in the house. So this is where I love to have something. Now, when I'm saying I wear this in the house, I do keep these to wear in the house, but this is a sole that is meant to be outside. But the point here is this is where I love a shoe that has a little something happening onto it so that I can be really chill running around cooking. I think I'm the shittiest cook in the world, but I need to be comfortable even when I am doing bad cooking. But I want to wear a jeweled shoe here because you've invited people over. Having the jeweled shoe kind of says like, oh, it's a moment, it's festive, but you're not like teetering to your door and, you know, Louboutins or all those things that, you know, how I feel about those. Then we had a lot of questions from people who had different and unique careers. So this was from a teaching assistant. She is a PhD but she's a student but she's not 20, right? So we're gonna say that she's about 22, 23 years old. By saying that she's a teaching assistant for a PhD, what it means is she really needs to exude some credibility. But, you know, let's be real, like she's in her early 20s and she's in a college environment. So she's not going to be wanting to really like work off the bossy moment. And so this is where, for me, I would load up on the items like the skirt that I am wearing or the pants that have an extra chill moment to them. And again, this is, your placeholder is the skirt that is kind of put together and has some interest to it, and the pant that has some interest and ease to it. So that's all you have to have in your mind. It doesn't mean that it has to be a $495 skirt. That might not be where your bank is at that age or at any age. So the idea is of a little bit of novelty and comfort to make you feel good, put together, stylish, but not like you think it's a runway show in the middle of the economics seminar or whatever. What do you have on, Courtney? Like coming in here.
I am wearing a couple fundamentals here. Again, our V-neck t-shirt in the gray, and then our straight leg faux leather pant. And then this is our Frank trench from fall. Again, has the ring detail on the back. A little bit of an oversized fit, but really, really.
So I think one of the questions was, I'm sightseeing in a European city and it's in the fall and I need to be comfortable, but I need to be chic.
Yeah.
You were comfortable, you were chic, you look like you're sightseeing.
Yep.
This is good.
Yeah.
Totally good. And if you don't have the open toe loafer, again, remember that what she's wearing on the foot is something that is comfortable.
Yeah.
So this could easily be a really cool, like I would
would
wear
say
the
a
trainer.
trainer, yeah.
Yeah,
Especially
the
for
trainer is
sightseeing.
fine, and we'll use the word trainer since we are traveling in Europe
Yes.
here. But I'm not going with a Birkenstock.
No, not for that.
No, and I mean, no one in France, they don't want to see your toes. And even if Germany invented it, they
Right.
still don't want to see
It might
your
not
toes.
be the time or the place.
No. And it's not a sock and a Birkenstock. But if you were on the airplane,
Then that's
I
fine.
would wear this outfit with a sock and a Birkenstock. But then when I'm walking around in my, where am I staying? My Ritz or somewhere. Anyways, I'm looking fabulous and super, super comfortable right there. So that's perfect for that. And then we had a lot of questions too about what to wear in the rain. And we had a lot of debate ahead of time about the issue with the shoe. So I think, of course, we've figured out here what the rain looks like in October or November. And this shoe is actually good for the rain, although it, like, I don't want it to be pounding rain. But what to wear in the rain is, what you want to do is you want to find the trench coat that has a real lightness to it. So we have it in this fabric this season, and then I don't,
Oh, I have it in the
wait,
closet.
oh no, here's one, right here. And then we also have it here, okay? And so what you want is the trench coat that is super lightweight. You want the one that, so noisy. So noisy over here. So this is the one that's got the detachable hood. If I were going, yeah, this is like so damn functional. And absolutely year round, you can layer this up under. This is not complicated to put on, guys, sorry. Okay, so we've got on the trench coat. So you want something that is really lightweight, because the question was asked a few times was, what do I wear when it's raining and it's hot out? Because people have invested in some of the heavier raincoats, but you really need that one that is light as a feather. And we have been using Pringles as a form of measurement. I would say this is like, altogether it's probably like 10 Pringles if you balled it up and weighed it.
Well, yeah.
10
10 to 15.
10 to, yeah, 10 to 15 Pringles. So it's very, very lightweight. So what I would wear with this is, I'm wearing anything underneath, honestly. I'm wearing a slip dress, I'm wearing shorts, whatever. What's interesting is when you are wearing this length, if you are wearing shorts, the proportions are interesting. That's where you just need to like run with it. Sometimes, and it hasn't been for a while now, but back in the day before you guys really like leaned into this whole concept of things just working with ease and functionality, you guys used to write me DMs, and you would ask me like, well, if my jacket hits here and my skirt hits here, is that a problem? I'm like, no, it's not a problem. Problems are like, we know what problems are now in the world, and that is definitely not a problem. So this is a perfect jacket over everything. And then it comes down to, what shoe are you wearing? And that was where we had a lot of debate in the summertime. What I find that I wear, and it really grosses my husband out, but it's so functional, is that's when I wear those, is it the Eva Birkenstock? Okay, Birkenstock and
Yes.
Pringles, you guys send a check at this point, but they're not. But don't worry, I'm not sponsored, but I'm just saying, I sure do mention them a lot. But the Birkenstock, the rubbery ones,
The Phoenix, I think. Is that
Phoenix,
what it
Eva,
is?
isn't
Yeah.
like, anyways, you guys know what I'm talking about. Wear those. That is perfect in the rain. I own them in bright yellow and I own them in bright red. Perfect in the rain. It does gross out my husband, and the reason why, and it really grosses out Dion. Dion
I
freaks,
know.
like, in a city
Dion's
with
not
that.
a sandal wearer, I think.
She's
so,
not in yeah, especially not in the city. But I bring wipies with me. Like, your toes can get a little nasty after a while, but you just wipe them down, because really, like, what are you wearing? You're not putting a sock on. That's gonna get sopping wet. You know,
The hot
like, you can
weather's
do the
tricky.
Paddington Bear boot. Like, I think that's cute. Like, I like that. I think that works. But it's not gonna work all the time. So if I were having a fashion moment, I actually would do that little Paddington Bear boot and like a slip dress and this.
Yeah.
But if I'm going to the park with my kids, I'm going in a Birkenstock. Somehow the Paddington boot, and I mean, I don't know. I guess it's like, did you buy the Paddington boot and you paid $100 for it, or did you pay $800 for it? If I paid $800 for it, you might be the jerk in the park with your kids, but at the lower price point, not so much. The grocery store aisle. So grocery stores are freaking freezing no matter what, no matter where you are. They're always cold. Some aisles are warm, some are colder for sure. So I always wear a long shirt in the grocery store, and then something like the corduroy trouser here. These two together, like, whether it's a grocery store or whether you get to the park with the kids again, This is like the ultimate, like, this is a shirt that clearly you can wear this to work, you can wear it out at night. It's our PDW, play dinner work. It's our 12 mower. You'll wear it everywhere. I love pushing the sleeves up because this one has a dramatic sleeve, which makes it great for evening and makes it great for the office. But when you push it all up, it makes it definitely like you're not Tina Try Hard at the park. So you want to push up the sleeves here, and then you're just going to wear the ochre jogger. And this becomes your outfit. You're not leaning into the whole Lululemon cycle here, and you feel really cool and interesting. So let me make sure that I have answered everything. I'm gonna take all of these little groupings, and I'm sure by now you guys have sent me tons more. So I'm gonna put the groupings and the outfits together. PTA night, I'm wearing what I have on.
Yeah.
I'm totally wearing what I have on. I dare other mothers to have a problem with that. And remember, what's going to happen is when you start dressing really well but appropriate and functional, you are going to get some like annoyed looks from moms, but they're going to like come up and they're going to be like, I want to hate on you, but I can't because like
I love it.
everything's functional. You don't look like you're trying to flex hard with like all the logos or anything, and it just really works. The dentist, the doctor, you're going to the dentist right now in your leather pants, and the 6-hour road trip is what I'm wearing on the train. So, I mean, for real, when we were doing these, the nylon joggers came up every time, hands down. It is a gift that keeps on giving. Just, I promise you, I get so many DMs now from some of you who are like, holy crap, I went on vacation, I literally wore this on the plane, in the hotel, out to dinner with heels, running around with my kids, biking with kids, because biking with kids is hard. It really is hard figuring that one out because you're not wearing, like one time I remember I came out in short jean shorts and my sons were like, no Brandy Melville, Mom, like go back, get in there. So I took those off, and then I'm not gonna wear like some sporty like Mrs. Keidel, my PE teacher in 8th grade short. So what are you gonna wear? And so you're gonna wear something that doesn't get caught up in the spokes. Do they have spokes anymore?
Some bikes might still have,
Anyway, or in the chain, you know.
Yeah.
So, anyways, you want to be chill. You're out with your kids, and you want to wear something that can be worn with the trainers. So, and not a Birkenstock because that slides off when you're biking, especially if you get really fast and have to chase after your kids. I forgot to mention this one for the camping trip, and it might seem obvious that we are going with this cargo in this colorway, but I mean, come on, like if you are camping this. And you're not Tibi, but your Wrangler shirt here.
No-brainer.
It's such a no-brainer, like really, really no-brainer. And then you've got your big sweaters, and unless you're at Courtney's camping trip where you're going out for a fabulous
I've never gone
4-course
camping.
dinner afterward.
I didn't mean a 4-course dinner. I meant like grilling hot dogs by the fire.
Yeah. We had a coffee shop
your cabin.
worker in Orange. Well, now we have a coffee shop worker in Orange County.
Oh.
California, and so I'm gonna say here that you've got some extra judgy people, maybe, I don't know, like I've seen housewives of, aren't they from Orange County?
There is one from Orange County, yes.
Yeah, isn't it Housewives of Orange County?
I think that was the original one.
Okay, so I think you're waiting on them, and just keep it clean. Get some bodysuits and something really clean and easy. And then they can't give you any shade. I mean, please, you would welcome the shade, right? Though we'll probably tell you that you have dressed amazingly. There were a couple questions around work dinners, interviews, things like that. We're going to tackle that another time. That's a whole nother beast. Home entertainment, trivia night with your friends. Again, put on those sweater pants, the plush up joggers. What you want when you are entertaining at home and a game night, because I freaking love game nights so much. I love games. You want something really comfortable. Okay, so, but remember, when you're going really comfortable, but it's a dinner, err on the side of like the sparkly little slide or something. But you can have fun too. Like, what I'm wearing this to bar class. This is with my leggings.
Yeah.
But leggings plus sweatshirt means go the opposite on the bottom. I'm not going to wear the trainer.
Yeah, you're gonna wear
I'm going to wear my
loafers.
loafers, and then I have to wear. They force you to wear those little socks in there, so that's cool. We've gone through everything. So remember, stop buying so much black, even though I'm standing here in full black telling you that, but look at that color wheel, push out from the blacks, make sure that you really start to bring texture in. And I think that's why the crispy nylon kept being the default, because it is instant texture. So if you've got a closet full of all of these t-shirts like my sister, then you just need the crispy nylon in a couple different colors. But the crispy nylon that works with everything is sometimes if you have a closet of like brighter colored t-shirts, for instance, I keep looking over at Courtney here, but if you've got brighter colored t-shirts, sometimes when you wear the black with it, it looks a little aggressive.
Yeah.
And when you wear the white with it, well, we know how I feel about like bright colors with
Right.
white. So if you do the jogger or the Stella in the camouflage or the tech, and I think we just got the camouflage
In the
back in stock. I know I was just with Vermilion yesterday at Vermilion Shop, I think is their handle. Anyways, I know that they also just got the camo jogger in. But my point is here is these brighter colors. Can I have that pink t-shirt, Matt? This is like the original, the OG. OG Tibi
That was the
logo,
original.
element line.
Yeah.
And some woman was like, is it a kid's line? And I was like, why would she think that? I'm like, I don't know.
But 25 years ago.
Because you've got like Babar on your shirt here. But you can see that if you, let's turn it this way. If you had a bright color and you are wanting to go to the park with your kids.
It changes the whole.
I know. She's like that mom at the park who's like, have you considered a 3-bedroom condo? Like, you know, she's like pushing shit on you left and right. But this mom, you're like, hey, let's go have coffee later on. She's not the mom who's like, hey, let's have some white wine at 1 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
We'll drive our kids around in the SUV. Anyway, I hope
Yeah.
she's not watching
No.
right now, that mom. So I think we covered everything. So dress well and dress smart, and it is easier than you think. And when you do it, you will feel really, really good. So it's not about dressing fabulous, and it's not about flexing all the time with the logos. It's just about dressing in a way that you feel like yourself, whether you were in the grocery aisle or in the park or in that fabulous restaurant where I was last night. That was super delicious.
And everyone looked amazing.
Yeah, it was good. All right, guys. So have a great week. I'm going to try and get some summaries up on IG. But we're really busy too. So anyways, hopefully I'll get it all done. Thanks, guys. Bye.